Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can see, we're still in the Summersplash house. The pool is outside and we are downstairs right now in the pool room. We've got a nice, snooker table, pool table. We've got cupboards here, drawers that we can put the balls, store the balls and everything in. And yesterday, Monday, we were, I've put a couple of things on the walls, put a couple of things out here by the skylights. This bathroom's not finished yet, but this is the bedroom that we were playing with yesterday. I keep saying yesterday. This is the room that we were busy with on Monday, and I had a brilliant suggestion from Moving Target. I can never remember what your number is after your name. I apologize. First she said move this picture back over the bed, which I did, and then she recommended using our decorative bricks as a headboard, which I have done. And then I thought, it's very intense colors. Let me bring some of the intense colors through the rest of the room. And yes, I learned that it's only taken me forever to learn that little trick. So thank you for that. So I've remade the dressing table, and as you can see, I've introduced some of the darker and brighter colors into the bedroom. I think it looks better now. Nice big dressing table, some pictures, some bright colors on the sofa, and this is where all the changing would occur. Come in, close your door, here's all your dresses, your wardrobe, and all the rest of it. Somewhere to hang up your hats, although there is a hat on the dressing table over there. And then of course the bathroom, which is over the top because that's just the way I've been building this house. We have the gold tile on the bottom. It actually looks pretty cool here. This is actually tiling, and with the light behind it, you can see underneath there is, but it just makes it sparkle. It's very cool. We have the shower, and we have mirrors on the wall. So that is our bedroom suite at the moment. Let me know what you think of it. And today we are going back outside. You'll see we have a little bar here, which I think is quite cool, and a couple of odds and ends and interesting little knickknacks on the wall there. Today we're going out to this side of the world, and as you can see, I haven't yet put up a wall here so that you don't fall your ass over. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to build a little bit of a retaining wall here so we don't end up falling off, which is probably a good idea. I think that's the right height. How many bricks is that? 4. 1, 2, 3. One more. There we go. I'm wondering if I should just build that into the wall, into the actual wall like that. That doesn't look too bad. We could probably bring this brick out. If we resize it, it might look weird. Should we do that? That doesn't look too bad. And on this side of the house, we are going to have another private terrace. We've got one there, but if you're having drinks and things like that, or you're upstairs chilling and you want to just go and get some sun and have some a relaxing few hours, this is what this is for. Now I want to play with our friend the pool. Don't know where the pool is. It's here somewhere. There he is. Now, what I want to know is, can I install it? Don't want to go up. I want to go up like that. Do I want it that high? Let's start with that. And we can resize it if we need to. There we go. I was thinking a little bit of water wouldn't be a bad thing up here. We actually have the coolness of the water. Let's resize. Which one is it? Dang it. Are those the same size? Ooh, that was lag. Okay, those look about right, I think. Let's just, well, you know, I wish they'd swap it back. That looks okay. What color do we want the bottom of it to be? I suppose we should make it a color that's going to bring out the water. Okay, with the blue it does, but let's make it, give it a chance, shall we? Maybe that. Sort of brings in the feel of the water all the way around. I think that's actually really cool. And then as you can see, these tiles, oh, I did it again. These tiles, we never did take them to the edge because that's what I was planning on doing with the water. So let's just clean up the bits and pieces so that it looks neat and intended. Okay, that's the steps, so that's as far as we go. I think that is pretty cool. I just don't like that you can see I don't like that you can see. Can we do the top of the pool? There we go. You can actually sort of see it peeking through. There. Nope. Better. So now there's no actual line there. And then we can put some umbrellas up, and we can have, and I actually, you know what, I'm going to be lazy because, you know, and I'm going to pinch one of these. We can pop it literally right here by the water. Which way are we going to pop it? That way? That way? I think that sort of gives you that feel that you're in a Imagine standing here and just looking out. I mean, how cool would that be? Well, sitting here and looking out is probably the better thing. What else do we have here? I don't think we've got anything exciting in the way of furniture except for, where's our chair that we like? The one with the half cushion on it. That one. It still appeals to me. I'm going to go with it. No, that one. And then what color should we make this? I'm thinking of going for maybe a blue up here. Is that too dull? Maybe. Let's go up one. That's better. It actually has the feel of the water with it. So we can put a couple of these chairs up, perhaps over here, because there's space for them. And I was thinking of maybe a table and chairs. So you can sit there and relax if you want. That's not even, but it'll do. And then perhaps a nice table and chairs. But we don't really have anything here. Should we use this? Should we? Ah. Yes, let's do that. We're all about the gold. You know, you don't want to go down and relax down there. You can chill here. I'm thinking of the decorative wall, but I think I want to keep the exterior fairly simple. I don't want to introduce that wall to too many places, because we've got it underneath here, over there, but that's not really seen. And you can see I've got it at, I think it's sort of middle distance, but if you look at the rest of the house, you don't really see that wall. So I don't think I'm going to bring it up here, but I think a dining room table, a place to sit around the table, have a chat, have, I don't know, a nice big snack platter. I love this table. I just don't like the size of it. It's too small. Maybe that. Let's see. We go with the yellow wood base. We go for maybe a marble top. That's a little too much, isn't it? That's not bad. Perspective gets very skewed when you're in this game. Ooh, look what I didn't do. Hold on. Ooh. There we go. Now we've got the water plants, which I fully intend to use, and we are going to have to. You're gonna have to use the. I think I'm going to do it the stained mahogany. It actually looks quite nice. I was looking at the umbrella, and that actually looks pretty good. We're going to have to use the move tool for all the water plants that I'm going to put in here. It is what it is. What have we got here? What chairs do we have? I'm not a huge fan of these. They're too square. That makes sense. Just don't look comfy. They make me feel like my rear end is going to go to sleep too quickly. when you want to settle down with something to drink and to chill, that's the last thing you want. And of course, in this place, I mean, you've got people to put the stuff away afterwards. I'm tempted to use this. It might be a little over the top. See, these legs are still very chunky. I like the thin legs. Let's go with the stained mahogany, gold of course, and should we go with the blue again? Actually look quite nice. That's the same blue as the chairs. We can literally get 6 chairs around on the sides of this table. Oof. The gold just picks up the light a little bit, unless you're in the test, the play test, and then it just sort of goes flat. I think that's pretty good. I think a counter of some sort here would be good, and some plants, of course. You know me, it's always got to be plants. But let's find those new. Where would they be? Filter, new. There they are. So, I've made a very narrow pool, so we are probably only going to be able to place the very small ones like this. Okay, what colors do we have? Oh, we got blue one. Awesomeness. Yes, I'm going to place them on the ground, and then I'm going to lift them up because, you know, maybe a white one. But they. Let's see what this looks like. I am now officially standing on the side. Let's snap and see what happens. Is that the top of the water? I think it is. It's fun, but it's not enough. I'm thinking maybe I need to move the water over and put a planter in the corner. Let's do that. So if we just move the pool to there. How much space do we want to take away? Oh, we've got enough. It gives it a little bit of movement. Let's just pull in this section, and then we can put some dirt in. Where is our fabric? I want our fuzzy fabric. And we have been using the sort of sea sand color, but I think I want to go for a darker. Let's see what color, how that looks. That's not too bad. We could probably even do it in the corner there. Just move this umbrella out of the way. Let's... Is that equal? I think so. That'll work. Awesome. Now we can find some of the new plants. Now obviously we are going for the strelitzias because, you know, as I say, I'm a big fan of these things. We have banks of these. And they grow so tightly together. That's not going to grow tightly together with its friend, but this one will. For some height. Actually doesn't look bad. We've got the banana tree behind us and we've got the palm trees in the distance, so that works well. So that's the next size down. Come on, you can do it. You see, I told you you could. You'll fit in there nicely. And then the little baby one. Come on. I'm sure you can fit in there if you tried hard enough. No? I want that leaf to not be in the same position as that. I will turn you. There we go. So it's just a mess of plants with the water right up to the edge. I think that's pretty good. And we can carry on with our water lilies. Now, is that not going to fit? Why are you not going to fit? Are you hitting the strelitzia? Yep, it's the strelitzia leaf that's blocking the umbrella. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That's a nice green space. Just there. This, not so much. Maybe we need to just put a plant pot there. You know, with the bar just around the corner, I don't really want any cacti up here. I'm thinking we've got these wall pots which aren't big enough. I like these. The only problem with these are... No, let's go white. I'm gonna say interesting. It allows us to plant into the pool, but as you can see, it just sort of peeks into the pool. Alright, where is the little baby one? There. Oh, hey, you're okay. Will the big one fit? That is the question. No. Okay. I tried. tried. I did. This one even won't fit. I'll make you fit. I will. Oh look, it fits in the water. Interesting. That'll work. We do have enough space here still to get down the stairs here. We've got a wall all the way around now, which is awesome. We've got a few water lilies. There's not many. We can maybe throw in a couple more here. We are going to have to stick with the baby ones though. Are those too big? Yes, they are. Damn. That one for sure. It's the biggest one that will fit. And a couple of leaves. Don't know if they're right above the water, but they actually look pretty good. As the water moves, so do the water lilies. Maybe one more. Okay, I will dress the table and put some odds and ends, but the one thing I do want is a counter here. Now, the best counter that I have come across is this one. Maybe we should stay with white for this. And I'm going to pop it there for now. And I want to pinch one of those because I was thinking we could use this as the base for the counter. Oh, come on. Come on, snap to grid. How tall do we want? I think 3 will be fine. I just want to get a height. Then I can put the shelf on top. And then I can build the whole counter, obviously. Without you watching me place a bazillion little blocks, because it's not that interesting. It's effective once it's done, but it's not that interesting to do. But we can basically, let's see, let's do that. All right, and then if we place it maybe there. I think that'll look quite nice against the wall and it'll break the white there. Yeah, and then we can put all kinds of goodies on it. Let's just resize it slightly so it just covers that. And then we can have our whatever goodies we are wanting. Food. We are going to definitely want one of these. Now we've got our apples, we've got everything. Sad. They give us everything but bananas, then they give us everything but apples. But I'll go with that one. But you know, yes. And various other goodies and treats. What should we present to our guests today? Actually, that's also a nice bowl. Why have I not seen this bowl? Like that. Oh, it's not that big, and it's very see-through. Tinted glass, smoked glass. Maybe a blue. Will that look okay? Not bad. Still, that's more effective. All right, we'll skip that one. I'll lay out a little snack over here for everybody to enjoy. And then of course we need lights. So what I did, I don't know why I walked over there. So what I did in here is I actually put a lighting strip along here, which is fairly effective. And I quite the light, and that's literally at the lowest setting. So I think that is going to work for us. And then if we come down here, we've got our indoor living area with the TV, another dining area, our very fancy kitchen, and this is going to be a games room. This is where everybody's going to come and crash once they want to just put their feet up, play a game or whatever. And then this is going to be a little office. So that's what we're doing here, is a games room. So let's find ourselves our big TV. I'm looking at the computers. So I'm looking for the large TV. And very comfy furniture. Because again, people are going to want to relax, put their feet up, chill. Maybe this will work. Let's see. And yes, it will fit. I just threw this in there because I had colored it and I was like, no, it's not going to fit in the pool room. So a nice big comfy sofa. This is going to be too big. Yes, it is. Do we do an L shape? I think so. That'll work. I think so. I just wish we had this shape to work with. I wish they'd given us that shape that we could build up an extension on the sofa or something like that. Because the only thing I can do with that is put it back on that with a cushion or a pillow, and it doesn't look the same, which is unfortunate. All right, so what colors are we going to use in here? Are we going to stay with the over-the-top colors? I am happy to do that. Just looking to see what else we have. The only other one is that one. It doesn't look as comfy. It is a little bit bigger. Just doesn't look as comfy as this. So let's see. If I scooch that over. That just looks stupid. All right. I am going to just stay with this one. Yes, they're probably not lined up very well. act like your theatre room if you wish. Wow, I cannot line these up for love nor money. Come on, guys. Not hard. Yeah. And we can probably add another one over here. And then everyone can come and chill. Put their feet up and relax. Now for TV storage, we've been through this multiple times. I would like something that you can actually store stuff in. Something simple like that. Maybe we go black. The sofa's not going to stay red. I think I wouldn't mind this in a black. That's pretty dang good. I think I can live with that. Yeah. Maybe? See, no. No. What are we going to do with this? Let's go with stained mahogany. I know in a games room you really don't want white furniture because that's the last thing that's going to look good for any length of time. But again, you know, it's like works with black and white. No. Why am I not getting all the colors? Oh, thank you, because it was lagging, that's why. I was scrolling and it wasn't doing anything. Yeah, no, maybe. Works with the sort of continuation of the very over-the-top kitchen. So let's do it. Now we can probably put a carpet on this floor. I'm not doing a fluffy carpet. I'm terribly sorry. What color did we use? It was one of these, wasn't it? Pretty much the same color as the floor. Except perhaps a little bit warmer. Looks very dull. I'll have to think about that. We can put some curtains up and we can maybe get a couple of these machines back here. Or should we put a a gaming desk in here and then just make that an actual office. Because we can do the whole computer thing. Huh. Why would they put a dressing table in the desks? I don't know. Interesting. I'm not feeling the desks, but you know, let's do something interesting like this. Let's go for the same handle we used there. Oh boy, oh boy. Should we keep it dark maybe? Okay, the base. Okay, that's the legs. That is the front. Don't know. I don't know until I see it. So let's throw that over there. Pop this by the window in the corner over here. And have a look at it. See, we've maybe just go with the yellow wood. Yeah, I think that works for me better. Gaming chair, computer chair, probably. Knowing these people? No. And then we can put a nice big computer screen over here. I wish we had better computer screens. I really do. But it is what it is. Not bad. So if we're going to stick with the black and grey, let's go with the black box. Will this box sit here? No, it won't. That's a little silly. Is it not? Just pop it in the corner over there. That's sad, actually. Should we put a computer screen? That's pretty cool. For the people who don't want to hear what the heck's happening, we can throw in some VR glasses over here. They will fit there. Everything you could possibly want. We put a medium-sized screen behind here. Because, you know, maybe they're serious gamers and they need more than 2 screens. I mean, the kitchen is right there. I mean, this is like the perfect gaming area. Now, we're probably not going to be able to get away with like the hectic stuff. But we're definitely going with, where is it? There's the gaming console. There it is. It's going to sit over here. So everybody needs a gaming console. I don't personally have one. well, no, I don't actually. I don't have my own computer either, but let's not go there. You know, robberies and stuff. Should we stick with no? Maybe that would look quite good. And it doesn't fit. Alright, fine. I know the TV's not lined up properly. There we go. Better. Actually, you know what? Now it can fit on the side of the TV. We just pop it on the side like this. And then it just sort of goes behind. There we go. What speakers? No, we got no speakers. And a remote, of course. And then we can probably get some of those. We've got those framed games, don't we? Sure, we've got framed games. Are they here or are they in the wall decor? Hobbies. Game box. Okay. Thing. These go on the wall. Could have sworn they were framed. That's fine. No, they don't. Dang it. Will that fit underneath? Probably not. We'll throw it in the drawer. Okay, I'm stepping away from that because I could have sworn we had game boxes that hung on the wall. Clearly not. Okay, I'll come back to this one. I'm going now we're going to set up an office. Now, I imagine these people are fairly well off. And a lot of time is spent working from home. And none of these desks are calling my name. Maybe we should just go with something over the top like this. Or in here. I mean, it'll work. What else do we have? We have the chair. We have the bookcase. Okay, this one doesn't flip. Why? Oh, I hate that. This has a backing on it. You can't flip it. No, not interested. I will color everything, but I imagine they'd be fairly happy with that. Let's see what we're going to do with colors. What does that give us? That outside. That too dramatic for in here? Matches the wood really nicely. But I'm not sure if I'm happy with it. Alright, I'm taking all of these away. And I'm going to try something. Okay, is that crazy? It probably is crazy. But I was looking for curves, and these are the only curves we really own in the game. And I thought something like that could be fun, just for the heck of it. If you're on the phone or whatever, working, conferencing, soundproofing, I think it works. Maybe? Why am I doing that again? I mean, this is a home office. You don't have to follow any rules if you don't want to. Because everybody wants their favorite picture in the office. And yes, it will have a gold frame. These two are perfect, but they're actually upstairs. That's fairly subtle color. I hate that I have now taken our options away from. How about that? Sort of like old master type stuff. Okay, where was I? Before I got totally overcome with craziness here. I might just end up cutting this whole part out, and we can look at it tomorrow. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it here. It might be a short one. If I chop a whole section out and did weird things in the office, it'll be a short one. If I leave the weird things in the office in, it might not be. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far, please subscribe. and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.